Or is either way, guys, you must understand. So, since I have nice and beautiful music pumping in my ears over here, I promise you it's my music and it's really, really going off. I mean, I can feel it. And it's more how people can see your taste in music as well when you make your own music. And they can see who you are and how you make music. And that's different, yeah? I mean, it's like you understand Danny Milivojevic and how he speaks. I mean, he speaks his own way, yeah? And he speaks a different way to you. And there's only one Danny Milivojevic that can speak like this. But there's nobody else there's nobody else that can speak like Danny Milivojevic other than Danny Milivojevic. And there's nobody else. There's nobody else that has Danny Milivojevic's voice. I mean, this is the only one. I mean, understand? Whereas either way, you have to make that hype for yourself as well. And you must understand all the time to just go and promote yourself. And I make sure all the time, I'm always understanding that if you did promote on another street over there, and if you do a crossing over here, I can do a nice and beautiful loop over here. I can cross the road over here. So make sure you understand that no matter what happens, that you're doing a nice and beautiful promotion always about yourself and other people, and you're making sure, anyway, you're just learning. And now if somebody attacks you for giving, then move on. But make sure you're understanding. I was so afraid that people were going to attack me. I mean that's the kind of vibe I get around people, that they want to attack you for talking. I mean, they want to, let's say, be physically violent with you because you said some words or something. And that's how I grew up. And so let it be. I promise you, although you must understand that it's more how you can see Jesus Christ and how violent they are with him when he talks. Or else now, anyway, or else you must understand that if you want to go and see, for example, let's say you make an event in Germany, Frankfurt, at a nightclub over there, but guess what? I mean, 1 month prior, and now guess what? You make these events 1 month prior, to 1 year prior, to 2 years prior, to 3 years prior. And guess what? The promotion is already done. I mean, the nightclub can see exactly what's happening in front of the time, and they're promoting you the whole way through. I understand. So when people are promoting you the whole way through, then what you do is understand to go and promote somewhere else. All you do is make enough money to go there. Or you go there on the day, now guess what happens on the day? I mean, you have to call them and you have to book the room. I mean, you're booking a room, you're giving them money. I mean, you're flying there with your own money. I mean, you're giving your own money to get there. I understand, that's it. I mean, if you understand that, then, guess what? Since that's the case, then you realize how to get the money. How do you get the money? I mean, make sure you're talking more words. Understand? I mean, you make money at the door. I mean, since you understand that the booking of the room to go to, let's say, the booking of the room to Frankfurt, Germany, if you're at Frankfurt, Germany, for example, I mean, guess what? Or if somebody sees you dropping a nice and beautiful business cards, you just drop it and just let's go somewhere else. Because they follow you for life anyway. I mean, so what you need to do is focus on yourself more and focus on saying that there's so much more to do. But how much are you willing to walk for yourself to be more? I mean, you have to walk for yourself all the way. I mean, do you understand? Because weak people never want to promote themselves. I mean, weak people never want to promote themselves. I mean, just write that down somewhere. And say, I see weak people never want to promote themselves. I mean, in a sense, what you need to do is never place your business cards or promotions on the floor somewhere. Because nobody cares about that, I promise you. People care about personal promotion from hand to hand, or from hand to mailbox, or hand to car dashboard, or hand to under the door somewhere, or online promotion somewhere, or a link that you can send them. That's that. Or though you can also promote posters on buses and on billboards somewhere. They care about that, but large letters. I mean, guess what? The more letters on your promotion, the more letters on your promotion, the worse it is. I mean, in a sense, this is a nice and beautiful way to say, hey, my nice and beautiful promotion here is so many words that I feel that people understand it. But guess what? It's more how they can read it, personally. And guess what I do? I move on. Whereas now, is there more enough words for me to promote? Yeah. Do I have to write anything else? No. That's more enough words. But if you have let's say I'm looking at your house, for example. Let's say I'm looking at your house, and your house is 100 meters away from me. If you have a fucking sign over there, it has a large fucking signal that says office works for you. But then there's fucking 10 million words under that, and it's so fucking small that you can never even fucking see it, for example. So what do? When all you do is promote yourself and your business cards along the way, and make sure you understand that either way, I have to recharge over here. I have to recharge my content over here, and there's so much more content over here I have to give out. So what I'm doing is I'm walking much more and more to understand now that since I understand door promotions here, or else what I need to do is I need to go more to car parks to promote my promotions. And now I'm learning right here that what's much more important for me personally is to keep promoting my business cards. But since I'm understanding something here, I'm understanding I'd rather go to park. Or now the thing is, if you want to exchange your promotion to some other promotion, then it's much more how you can do it. But the thing is about promotion right now is I feel that walking or physically walking too much while promoting myself is what? Probably it's never too much, is it? I'm probably sure is there a better way? Probably now there is a better way. Probably what is the better way? Probably the better way is to have cars next to you. And now since I understand that, what do I want to do now? I want to understand something about life here. I want to understand that there's a lot of walking going on as I promote myself over here. I mean, there's a lot of walking here. I mean, there's like 10 kilometers to walk around houses and stuff like that. So what I want to do is I want to let it be. I want to promote myself this once, house to house and door to door, just one time. And then what I'll do from that point? I mean, from that point, I'll go car parks only. And now, guess what? Probably now, since I understand that, probably I'm learning from it already. Probably now, is it what Jesus Christ does? Probably yeah. Now Jesus Christ says this, and let's go. Jesus Christ tells me this way. Go back to your nice and beautiful house over there, and go and promote yourself next to car parks over there. Now Jesus Christ does the same thing. I mean, in a sense, I'm learning from it. Now, anyway, I gave you the experience of what I've been doing. Is I've been walking around house to house, promoting myself. But guess what? Probably it's too much walking. It's too much walking to do that, man. Whereas now, also, even though I understand that, for example, with car to car, car to car is all next to you. I mean, it's all next to you, but guess what? I mean, it's more how I feel. But Jesus Christ says, go back to your nice and beautiful way of life over there because you understand that there's so much walking going on. And now, anyway, it's much more how it is. I have no shame because I learned from it. I never have to do it again. And so, guess what? Probably those people who have never done that have to go and do it. Whereas now, is it a mistake? Probably is it a mistake that I made? Probably not. Probably that's never a mistake for me. I mean, why is that? Because I did do it. I did see the experience of that, and it's never a mistake to experience it once in your life. I mean, to promote yourself door to door. I mean, guess what? I can go on the other side now and I'll just go promote myself along the way here. And I understand that no matter what, since I do my life greater all the time, I make sure every single time that I'm focusing on understanding that other people are just looking at me very successfully. In a way, I'm very successful. So what I want to do is I want to promote myself on the way back to my biological dad's house. In a way, I'm growing. I'm never going back anywhere. I'm growing from everything. I want to make sure I'm learning how to just promote my business cards along the way. So I want to make sure that I never miss out on extra promotional tags. So as I promote myself, I succeed very quickly. And because I do much more what I do, there's always more. But if somebody attacks you because you're promoting yourself, I promise you, for fuck's sake. I mean, they're fucking idiots, aren't they? I mean, guess what? I promise you now, nobody's attacking you, but make sure you understand that what you need to do always is never turn your back on people. I understand, but make sure you understand that what you do is focus on your life. I mean, focus on delivering your content in a way that you understand that there's always a better way and a better promotion than what you're doing. I mean, do you guys understand? So what I do is I learn to love myself in different ways, and I learn to make sure that either way, I'm making sure every single time that I'm always aware of my surroundings. I want to be aware that maybe somebody's following me or something. I want to look behind to see, is anybody following me or what? I want to make sure either way I keep going forward. But if you want to turn around to just see who's behind you, I mean, go ahead. You know, I mean, do it anytime. But every single time, just focus on understanding that no matter what I do now, I focus on saying I never want to go house to house or door to door promotions ever again, because I've already done it, and I never want to do it again because I understand it's a long walk. I mean, or else now I want to do a long walk in other ways. I never need. I mean, do you want to walk fucking 1 million kilometers? I mean, do you want to walk 1 million kilometers promoting your business cards door to door? Probably it's much more worth it. It's much more worth it. But guess what? I mean, there's better ways. Approaching. Do you believe that there's better ways to do it? There's always a better way, isn't it? I mean, guess what? I mean, do you want to walk 1 billion kilometers physically walking like I am right now, promoting door to door? I mean, physically on the physical realm. I mean, 1 billion kilometers promoting your business cards. I mean, what for? Because there are better ways. I mean, listen. I mean, if you had to, I mean, if that was the fucking only option, then you have to. I mean, if the only fucking option for you to promote yourself is physically like this, door to door for 1 billion kilometers and more, for yourself to grow, unfortunately it's worth it. I'll fucking do it always. I understand, but since there's other fucking promotional tags, unfortunately there's other ways to promote yourself. And there's a quicker way too. Unfortunately, the quicker way than this is go fucking car to car, in a way that you're going car to car, in a way that what you can do is if you're going, let's say, home to home or door to door, I mean, guess what? They have cars too. They have cars as well. I mean, put it on the dashboard of the car. I mean, you can do that as well. Or you can put it on the dashboard of the, or you can put it in the mailbox, or you can put it under the door. I mean, so what you do is if you promote house to house or door to door, I mean, they have cars as well. That's out the front of the house. I mean, the car may be out the front of the house, and you can promote your business cards on the car, or in the mailbox, or under the door of the house. Or you can go to the car park. And the car parks have fucking 500 cars there, and that's a quicker way than doing it house to house. I mean, if you go car to car, it's always quicker than house to house. I mean, I'll push you car to car promotion in terms of business cards and placing business cards on cars at the car park. It's much more and faster than promoting yourself house to house in terms of mailboxes. I mean, why is that? Because car to car promotion at car parks has cars right next to each other. Well, I just did place one mailbox over here, but mailbox to mailbox is fucking 20 meters distance from each other. I mean, fucking every 20 meters there's a fucking mailbox. But car to car is fucking every 2 meters. You understand? Understand? So, I mean, let's just look at it like this. I mean, what you want to understand about life is understand that sometimes you may have 32 and 32A. I mean, 32 is a mailbox and 32A is a mailbox. And then there may be 32B as well. I mean, promote your business cards to all three. I understand, promote your business cards to every fucking mailbox there is. I mean, regardless of the fucking number. I mean, if you see a fucking mailbox, I mean, just fucking put it in the mailbox. I mean, that's different, yeah? Or as either way, what's important is to understand that since I'm walking on roads, I'm walking on the roadway. I'm on the roadway. In terms of the roadway. Actually now, I'd rather check it out from this point. Whereas now, there is these kind of ways to promote yourself. I mean, it's either, you understand this, for example, that you never go walking on roads or footpaths to promote your business cards. I mean, never walk on a footpath to promote your business cards other than on a car. I understand? And that's it. I mean, do you understand quickly what I'm saying? Actually, what I'm saying is, I let it be, I'll move on. I love everything. But what the thing is, realize this. I mean, what's amazing is if you promote yourself only at car parks, over house to house, is much better than anything else. But guess what, bro? Eventually, or as a car parks is something that goes online. And it's much better to have an online promotion only than to do physical world promotion. Understand? So online promotion is more ticker and links. And I send you a link online and you can click it and you can give me money and it sells out the event. And I just come to the event without having to fucking walk house to house like this. And also fucking physical world and car to car and car park. So eventually what I need to do is figure a way to have fucking online tickets for my event. I mean, they're saying, how do I do that? I do it in ways that I just keep promoting myself this way. But now I'm never doing house to house promotions like this anymore, where I was walking house to house and doing mailbox to mailbox anymore. Understand? So I was just going mailbox to mailbox and promoting my beautiful business cards from door to door and mailbox to mailbox. I'm never doing that promotion again because I'm doing car to car at actual, let's say, the nice and beautiful way of the nice and beautiful actual car park promotion now. So what you do is learn quickly upon understanding that if you work, or as if you work something in life and you do something in life to succeed and you're always focusing on life differently and you're making sure that no matter what you're doing in life, that you're focusing on making sure that you're loving your life in different ways. Jesus Christ can't understand that. I went to actually get the hose. I'm acting like I have to wash the grass. And my biological dad's running. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm pretty sure that's how I tease him. Or I love why. It's more how you have to do something. So you must understand the negative world in terms of physical world is so negative because the negative world is more physical. I understand. I mean, the negative world is more of this world, but the positive world is more pleasure in terms of words. I understand. So make sure you understand that there's a big difference between negative worlds and positive worlds. So I was just promoting myself in that nice and beautiful facade of life, which is the truth. And the truth is the truth, and the truth is everything. I understand. So make sure you understand. The truth is spiritual. And the truth is everything. I mean, now, is the truth physical? I promise you, yeah. I promise you, is Jesus Christ physical? I promise you, yes. I promise you, now, Jesus Christ told you that Jesus Christ is physical. I mean, guess what? Although Jesus Christ has commandments that he follows by in the physical world. And it's the 10 commandments of God. I understand. So what I do now is to never promote myself again, door to door, and mailbox to mailbox, and car to car on the roadway. And I understand that you guys realize what I'm saying because I'm showing you. I just promote myself now in a way that I never go on the roadway to promote myself on cars where I have to walk much more in a way. I'm always walking much more, but I never promote myself on the roadway, such as where cars are next to houses and mailbox where it's door to door. And I never promote myself where a car is in a garage or in the front of the house and walking door to door like that on the roadways or neighborhoods like you just heard, for example. Now I'm walking all this way around my neighborhood, for example. I'm never promoting myself business card, and I'm never promoting my business cards around neighborhoods anymore like that. And you understand what my knowledge is? Or as my knowledge is teaching you that I'm never again promoting myself in neighborhoods like that again in a way that is next to the neighborhoods. Or else, although that's how it is. Or else now, because I realize something, I move on. Or else now, since I'm talking like this, I want to promote myself now just doing online work. But to do online work, I have to go and promote myself now, car to car. And what do I have to learn from car to car promotion? I have to learn something here. That eventually, there's so much physical work there. There's so much physical work. And now, I understand I've learned already what I need to do here. And then I need to make a link online. But how do I get the link online? First now, that's different, yeah? First now, I have to solidify myself a link. where people can go and get the tickets. And that's different. And now I have to find out a way how to do that. Which there's always a way. So, or else what I do is I can ask Mounties for some directions here on how to actually get that to come true for me in life. Or else what I can do is I can give a deposit as well. I can give people a deposit, but what I do is I delay it. I never give people deposit, I give them the full amount on my promotion right away. I'm giving them the full amount right away if you're promoting yourself. And that way you understand either way. I'm learning very quickly upon how far I can walk. I mean, that was too much walking for me. And you guys understand? I mean, that was too much walking to promote my business cards, physically. So anyway, I did experience it from door to door, and from mailbox to mailbox, and from that point of view. I never promote myself again, mailbox to mailbox and door to door. And anything around that. Where you have to walk footpaths, around the neighborhood and all that, I stay away from that. Whereas now, for myself, I go and do some promotions around car parks for now. And what's another promotion physically? Actually, that's that for now. That's the only way I can promote myself. But another way is busking performances. And it's also walking up to people physically to give it to them. And now I never walk to people physically to give them promotions because they reject you and reject you and reject you. So I never go where rejection is. I never promote myself in a way that there's rejection. And you guys understand? So is there rejection online for me? Actually, never. Actually, online is the best promotion. Understand? But guess what? I mean, online, there's no rejection. I never feel rejection online. But if people are never following me, they're following me online. That's that. Although, I realize now a new promotion for me is where my nice and beautiful physical realm of life is more poster, where my promotional tags are going on buses and also on fences somewhere, and that's doing all the promotion for me. And that's much better for me to invest in a few posters here and there of that to promote my event. Instead of going car to car. Instead of going car to car, I change physical realm to physical realm type of aspects. So instead of walking car to car to car to car to car, I get 3 promotions. I get 3 promotions, guys, or more. I get these posters. I get posters. And I invest my money into posters. And these are large posters. I realize now, since I do that, I make sure that I can hang it somewhere on a pole somewhere and somewhere where people can see it. And now where's the best place? Actually, it's closer to people somewhere. And now I go the freeway. I go the freeway as well. I'm probably now, is it worth it? Probably yes. Probably yes. I can promote 1-day events or 3-day events as well. I can promote weekday events as well. I can promote 7 days a week. I can have 7 days of the week promoting here. You understand? Probably that's how it is. But if you're doing that, if you're promoting 7 days of the week, then it has to be free entry. But if you're promoting 1 day only, then you can price the 1 day. If you're promoting 3 days in a row, guess what? You can price it. I mean, guess what? If you're promoting 3 days, guess what happens? If you price it, it's more how you have to have a turnover here. If you price 7 days, I mean, guess what happens? I mean, the first day wins. I realize that now, if you're promoting a massive festival around yourself, and it's 1 year in the making, and it's a 3-day event, you can make money on that. If you're promoting a massive festival and it's a 3-day event, and you're making a 3-day event around money, where you can make some money, it's only 1 month of promotion, not. It has to be 1 year promotion. I mean, why is that? Because it's a large festival. I mean, it needs more promotion. Whereas if it's a local thing, then it's a 1 month promotion. Whereas if it's a weekly thing, then it's for free. And that's how the promotions go. If it's you going weekly there, to make some money? Probably not. But if you want to make money weekly, then you have less promotion for yourself in those scenarios. But you can make something happen where you can make $50 entry or more, but then you can make sure you understand you're promoting over time and you're saying weekly and weekly, weekly. But then guess what happens? They've already seen you. They get on you over here and they say they're smarter than you here. Now, with me, I'm always looking to see how other people can be smarter than me in terms of my promotion here. At the moment, they can never be smarter than me in this promotion. Now, it's the next event that happens. Now, guess what happens here? If I promote, that's the case. If I promote Mounties again, ever, guess what happens? Those people who came to my seminar never ever come to my next one. Do you understand that? So what I want to do is quickly, never again do a Mounties promotion. Why is that? Because Mounties promotion now, from after 28th of May 2021, never ever counts anymore. Never again does it count. The first time it counts. It counts the first time. The first time it's successful. But the second time round, it never becomes successful ever again, unless I go somewhere else. Where's my next event? My next event is Bonnering. Now it's the same case. I never come to Bonnering ever again. You understand? Unless they call me. Because that's different, yeah? But if I make a nice and beautiful event there the first time around, it's a successful event. Then I pick a new place around town somewhere, and I keep going that way. And it's the first time ever only. And that's it. Now I see that's much better promotion. But now what I do from car to car thing, I want to keep going, and I want to give all these business cards with car to car modules. Because I give it quickly. I give my business cards quickly. And now I understand that, so I let it be, I move forward. And then at a certain point in time, I move on from car to car promotion, and I never do car to car promotion again because there is too much physical walking going on too. And then guess what happens? I move on to promotional posters, and I go the freeway. And then guess what? I do that, and then guess what I say? Now I have to do much better. I have to do something else. I have to go in tickets. I have to go get the online tickets here. I have to get myself online tickets. Because it's much better for me. But that's something I need to get myself. I have to ask some questions on how to do that. Now, if I go and get it right away, then I still want to go and see this now. It's much more how I never skip knowledge, but I get myself the promotional tags. But guess what? Jesus says over here, if you can learn from it, then the word I can help you. The word I can help me over here. Now, what's the best idea in promotion? The best idea is just get online tickets, and then what else? What else? How do you promote yourself locally? Since you're local still, you still have to promote yourself locally, yeah? Now, keep it up with posters, and what else? Car to car, what else? What else? Door to door. How long do you have to do that for? I never do door to door again. That's too much walking. Now, why? Why is that? I have a faster way to do it. Now, that's something. Now, because of that, Jesus says, excellent, I agree. There's a quicker way. Now, what's the quickest local way that I can promote myself? Posters. Posters on the freeway somewhere. That's more lifetime promotion as well. But the events, let's look at events. The posters are more lifetime is now what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So with posters, I never want to promote my events with posters. And why is that? Or else I promote lifetime promotion with posters on the freeway. Now, how do I promote events locally? I do it with what? I mean, does posters help you here? Approach posters can help you. I mean, what else? Guess what? Approach it's more how I feel. But guess what? Approach now it is. But if I have 2 posters promoting my health over here, approach why not? I mean, guess what? 2 promoting me, approach why not? Approach although it's more car to car promotion. And anyway, I mean, car to car for now is excellent. Car to car at car parks is how I promote now, only. When you guys understand that, I approach now from this point, I level up, I get some money from this event, and I promote myself car to car now. And I go to different suburbs to do this at different car parks. And that's it. I just walk to these car parks and that's it. Approach now. Is it better for me? Approach yes. I mean, why is that? Approach it's much more how I feel. And it's much more how it's closer for me. Approach it's a closer road, isn't it? I mean, what's an even closer road from that point? Approach a closer road. Approach the best promotion is, hey, online link and go to the club over there and the club's promoting you. I mean, the club's promoting you on the day. I mean, that's the closest way. And the closest way is that the club over there that you're promoting to promotes you. I mean, the closest way is that others promote you rather than yourself. But it's more you're promoting yourself with others. I realize now, anyway, I realize that Jesus says, you shall ask and you shall receive. I realize now what I need to do always now is I need to figure a way to get the nice and beautiful ticket going. Whereas now what I want to do is I want to go and see how to make these ticks work. Whereas tick. I say how to get tick. I say how to get tick work. Whereas now I see this one guy has all this kind of setup with nightclubs and all this going, but he never wants to give me that knowledge. I mean, he never wants to write to me that knowledge. But did I ask him? Whereas I never did ask him. Understand? But guess what? Then he soon realizes how I'm a multi-millionaire, but I never gave him that knowledge personally to write it to him as well. Approach that's come as a bitch. Understand? But move on. Then he realizes that too. I move on. I gave him all the knowledge anyway. Whereas now, I want to make sure that you realize that Ticketek in terms of anything in terms of online tickets can be sent as a SMS to people. And you can also understand that you can do a lot about what you want in terms of Ticketek. Alright, so what I need to do is everything's electronically compatible with mobile phones today. I understand that you guys understand that, so make sure every single day, if you're doing anything, you must understand events today, they swipe with barcode to get to your event. And then I just make sure all the time that tickets are always sent to your phones today. Alright, so you must understand that. I'm always understanding much more about life, and I'm always understanding that you can always get you can get mobile tickets today if you want. Whereas now, I'm always looking to always grow myself in different ways, so I'm reading always different scenarios and different aspects of life to never bore the crowd with what I'm doing, but I'm making sure I'm reading subliminally always while I'm talking to you, because that way I'm learning very quickly that people are using hard scanners to do stuff. And they give service with hard scanners. And why is it hard scanners? I realize it's handheld scanners. Whereas now I see that. Whereas now what you need to do all the time is focus upon understanding that no matter what, that you're very much alive when you're going through people's websites and details, and then you read them the knowledge. And you teach people the knowledge as you're reading. Because that's the fastest way to teach. And I agree with that. Whereas now people go to box office for help as well, if you want to understand that. So just understand that no matter what, I'm always looking at the details. And people also have Apple Wallets, which helps people to give money. Whereas although people also do mobile ticket deliveries these days. So you understand that no matter what, you can always do that electronically, and you can always be So you can have your tickets in print as well if you want. So always go for people's information, teaching other people your information of what you're reading. And that's how you actually make yourself somebody very quickly. Although, if you want to really understand something about life, then you just scan with your eyes upon what's happening with all the information and just look at the words and just touch the words with your eyes, is what I'm saying. But it's all done with a web link, for example, as well. Or else, what's a web link? Or else one of those links online. Or else, although when I really understand something about life, it's much more how you can use a desktop. You guys can use a desktop website today. You can understand how old I was. It's much more how I feel. You must understand that if you're teaching people different aspects of life, then there's nothing old about you. But you can go to different agencies for different help as well if you want. And you're just learning to always do something very quick. But understand, as soon as my music is playing every single time in repetitive mode, Broshi, guess what happens? Broshi, it feels new, but it's also something that we have already heard. So it gets older and older and older. And it just paints a picture for me to change the song or do something different. In a sense, so make sure you understand that. So what you do is just focus on something new. Whereas now what I want to do, I want to make sure always I have something new playing or always make sure that no matter what I have something new playing all the time in my phone to make sure I'm doing something new. So as I do something new, I have always a nice and beautiful way to do something that's working for me. So as I do something that actually helps me, or as you can always have a mobile ticket somewhere for yourself, so you're focusing on helping people all the time. And I understand infrared is also something that was been in terms of life, and it's always using everything now. So you must understand that it's always still happening now, and people are still using infrared to do life. And what we were doing before is to send people music to other people's music phones, and to be able to send from music to be able to send music to other people's phones from phone to phone. Or else there's a thing called, there is a nice and beautiful aspect that is infrared to infrared. But today it's Bluetooth to Bluetooth. And now, are you able to send people music via Bluetooth? Well, yeah, you can do it. But now it's more how you just connect your music to other people's music speakers and you send them like that. But I realized before, I understand that phones can actually send music to other people's phones by Bluetooth and by infrared now. Or now that's the thing. Or before I was doing it just with, probably before Bluetooth came out, I was living in those times. It was the infrared. Infrared was able to do it. And then Bluetooth came out. And I understand that I was around 13 years of age when Bluetooth came out. And infrared was before Bluetooth. Either way. Now what I do now is I'm just always looking to see there's 10 tickets per there's 10 tickets per transaction with mobile ticket delivery with Ticketek. Now as you are always reading something, you're learning very quickly upon how to call the center with Ticketek. You must always keep talking. You must give people the notion that you are successful. So as you're successful, you shall always focus upon understanding that what you need to do is always understand to go for information quickly and read it out to people. Because that way you have to understand, you have to seek out verification with a debit card to be able to give money before you get your tickets, always. And always be able to go over information that people are saying, so you understand that your nice and beautiful tickets has to be given to you if you get money within 24 hours. Otherwise, you can call the ticket number or the center that holds the tickets to get your ticket. Or as although you must understand, if you feel that your nice and beautiful phone dies, then guess what happens? Or else you can give your photographic ID, and guess what happens? Or else then the staff can access your tickets at the event, and then guess what, Russia? Then they give you a ticket at the event as well. Or else now what I want to do always is I'm always learning a different way to access everything. But to access a nice and beautiful mobile ticket these days, I'm pretty sure there's always a link for that online. It's either your email or it's the website. Or does now understand either way that what's happening is there's always a barcode that's sent to a smartphone these days to help you see your ticket. So you can always enter the nice and beautiful events with your barcode, with your ticket, which is your barcode. And then either way, you understand straight away that what is happening is you're just going always through the information of what's going on, and you're making sure that you're reading to people whatever it is that you succeed with. So always understand that what's important is Jesus Christ information more than anything else. And why is that? Because Jesus Christ information is more present than the news today. You understand? I mean, Jesus Christ information is always a present information. I mean, it's the most update that you can have about everything. I should now understand that, but the actual news is always last week, or something that happened last week, or something that did happen last week, or last year. I mean, that's old information. I mean, that's history. And although that is present information in some other realms, now if you understand that, now that teaches you something about Jesus Christ. Yeah. If you can relate it to Jesus Christ, if you can relate all information today that you read to Jesus Christ, then you can apply that information. Now you can read anything as long as you are applying it to Jesus Christ information. And now it's all present moment information. So what I do now is I focus on understanding to always teach as much as I can. So as I deliver nice and beautiful information, I'll feel that the nice and beautiful information is always here somewhere in nice and beautiful information. So I have to always search for it. Or else, although, what I do now is I make sure that you understand that I'm always looking for a better way to deliver content. And as I deliver content, I'm focusing on just really going through the nice and beautiful information through different approaches and different venues and different aid of scanning in your ticket, so you can make sure that you can always use the display code with your nice and beautiful heart, so you can understand that no matter what, you can always look at different words and use those words straight away. And as you use those words that you're reading in your sentencing, it excites the crowd because it's different words. And then you understand that your ticket mobile as well, you can understand something about life because you're looking to understand how to use everything you want. So what you want is to just go through different types of information to see exactly what is happening with your life always. So you deserve something different. So as you deserve something different, you're always looking to scan your tickets at the door and making sure always that you just see different information and make sure that no matter what that you never go for a refund, but make sure all the time that you can always understand if you get a nice and beautiful way of tickets, but never go reselling anything other than your information. I mean, resell information always. Understand? And how do you resell the information? I mean, guess what? I mean, give for free the information somewhere and then price it in another way, which that's something. But the first way I've given, and the first way of giving information is for free. Everything else is a price, which that's something different. Which now Ticketek has a master in terms of Ticketmaster app. In terms of there's an application with Ticketek, and I understand it's really the Ticketmaster app application. And then you can use that nice and beautiful application to add to the Apple Wallet, and you can use it as a My Events order. I understand either way. First, there's always something new that's happening, but today you must understand the QR code is something that is a barcode that people add to the Apple Wallet to make sure that you can always go and do whatever you want with different tickets. You can understand always to just go and promote whatever you are, but always save to your phone whatever you are trying to, let's say, do a premium deal in different ways, but you're never making anything refundable other than information. I mean, make information and Jesus Christ refundable and resell Jesus Christ is very important. Whereas now, if you want to do something great, then you understand that no matter what happens, that you're just understanding that the refund with Ticketek takes up to 60 days, for example. to have a refund. I mean, that's what I'm saying, never go for a refund, because they take up to 2 weeks to 2 months to give you your refund back. Or either way, you must understand, so what you want out of life is to extend a compensation for your nice and beautiful way of life in different ways. So there's always more information that you can go through. I'm focusing on making sure that I go and really sell myself to get more information about something that's really working. So let's have a look over here. I have to get tick links. I'm always curious about everything. Alright, now I say how to promote my links. I say how to promote my ticket links online. Alright, so as I do that, I have to do something with the event page over here. Alright, now since I have an event page, I have to be with a provider, and since I'm with a provider here, I have to understand it's more how I feel that I have to sign up to an event page somewhere, and since I have an event page already, I have to be able to go and communicate that to somebody in a way that it's working out. So what I do is I'm learning it right now in a way that it's working. Or as all that, it's much more I have to find that information, and that information is what I'm looking for. So as I look for the information, I focus upon understanding that it's much more how it is, isn't it? Or as all that, it's much more how I have to create an event over here at the nice and beautiful places over here. And what happens is they have a 3-step over here. I see they have to register the details and then build your event page and promote your event. And then start selling tickets. I see now straight away, if you go online and sign up with a provider somewhere who can help you do that, or then you can understand Ticketboo does that. I said Ticketboo does that. So there are somebody of free organizers who are doing free events, and they're also just doing or they just do small transaction per fee in terms of the tickets. And either way, they get some of the money for you doing it. And then you're just making sure that you can do that right away. As you do that right away, you just have it online anyway. But as you understand anyway, what's important is being able to brand yourself in ways that helps you grow. So what I need to do now to brand myself is I feel people reaching out to me in ways that I need to do better. What do I need to do? I have to get the ticket. I have to get the tickets. I have to give the tickets. So what do? I make sure, anyway, a little bit this way. Whereas it's more I'm reaching out to to give tickets more. Whereas now, I focus upon understanding that it's just that type of day. Whereas the day's gone already, but guess what? Whereas it's more how I can get my biological dad's car to go to Officeworks, but I'll move on. A little bit now. So what I want to do is I want to understand every single day to just promote myself really quickly with different aspects of life. But some people give 10% donations to all booking fees and stuff like that. And you must understand everybody works differently, but if you want to do something greater and greater, then understand that you have eternal life in what you're doing, and you're focusing on making sure that you understand it's eternal life. I thank you. Whereas now what I do all the time is I have to sign up with these people to be able to get a nice and beautiful, so I have a nice and beautiful way to say that yes, it's more how I give the information of everything, and just always show yourself in what you're doing in whatever you're doing, so you can realize they go with festivals and they go with nice and beautiful ways of life where you're promoting that nice and beautiful attitude, so the attitude of whatever it is, and they always have customer service around them because you need customer service. So it's always a solution with Ticketboo. Whereas now, if you understand no matter what, that everybody must do that. Whereas now, every single day, just focus on the smoother transition with what you're doing. And make sure you understand that you must go and focus upon something that people love and people generate in different solutions of the life that you have. And you're just always understanding how to register, and you move your event to ticketing. You move your event to your ticketing and realize ticketing online today. Whereas, the tickets online, they go online straight away once you register with them. And then you go realize something different. Whereas now my voice is like this because it's getting deeper as I speak. And as I speak, I have to speak more to have that kind of voice going. But I'm doing better than that. I'm making sure I register straight away. And as I register, then what happens is they give you more information always. And then anyway, I'm always looking to go promote these events really quickly online right away. And then people can always click on my events page with these people, and it's much more safety to do so. And then anyway, I just make sure I promote myself very quickly. So I give myself a nice and beautiful way of life over here where I say Danny Milivojevic, I say event organization. Alright, now, where is that linking to though? I mean, is it a door event or an online event? I mean, this one here specifically, I mean, this is more of a door event. I mean, guess what now? I have to approach, if you're promoting door events, which then has to be local in the way of business cards, hand to hand, or hand to mailbox, or hand to cars, or you're promoting mailbox to mailbox or car to car locally, or promotion of social media of your promotion around posters around the area somewhere, locally somewhere, and you have to be local. Approaching now, what I need to do with these people is if I register with them, approaching it's much more how I understand something than let it be now. I'll put them as favorites, but there's a big difference. Approaching it's much more how I feel. I love it. Approaching the tickets over here are something different, and it's much more how they are a third-party insurance company or something different. In a sense, so what I'm selling out is a door event today. I was selling out door events. In a sense, so now I realize what I need to do. Now I understand why the mailbox man has to get the motorbike to get mail to mailbox. It's too much walking. In a sense, so anyway. Whereas now what I want to do is let it be, but what I do now is I focus on promoting the door event now. And then my next event is an online event. And now it's an online event in a way that it's tickets online. And it's a ticket online thing. And I never want to do car promotion or mailbox promotion or door promotion ever again. I want to do online promotion. And what to do with online promotion in my next events. Whereas my next event in Bonnering has to be an online promotion. Whereas now, why do I say that? Because that's the way it is. But make sure anyway, that what I do is, since it's an online promotion, I mean, how do I market it? I mean, how do I market this? I mean, do I have to advertise online? Or she yes? Or she no? Or she guess what? Or she still have to keep going in a way that there's online tickets this time. But how do I get the online tickets to be able to do this? I have to link it somehow. I have to link it somehow to my business account. Or she yes? I have to link it to my business account because the doors over there have nothing to do with my money. You know what I'm saying? First, they have nothing to do with my money. First, my money comes to me straight away and they give it to me in a bag or something. First, that's how it is. I just walk off with the money in my pocket. Literally. But online events, Russia, since that comes true, Russia, now all the information is there. Russia, what I do with this is I make sure I go and teach you quickly. If you're signing up to these events online, then make sure it's an online event where you can get tickets online only or at the door. Russia is both. Russia, now, if you do that, Russia, it's difficult. Russia, is it difficult? Russia, why? Russia, nothing is difficult. But guess what? Russia, it's more how you have to stick either to one or another. But Jesus Christ says, do both. I mean, do both. So what I do is I focus upon understanding that now, Russia, if I sign up with this over here, I mean, guess what happens? Russia, it's the best idea. Russia, it's the best idea to have that link online. But then, guess what? I put that link online and what happens? Russia, now people can get tickets online to my door. Okay. And they can show the ticket person about my ticket. But they have no scanners. I mean, they have no scanners for this event. I mean, that's it. So what I do is I focus upon understanding now. Since I'm doing that, I'm making sure, either way, they get my tickets. I get money faster this way. I get money faster and they secure the seat faster. Bros, that's the thing, yeah? So the door events is different. Bros, now what I need to do now is it'll be that way. But how's that process go? Bros, that's the thing. Bros, that process is more online. And once it sells out online, bros, then they send you the money. Bros, how do they send you the money then? I mean, how do they send you that money? Bros, that's something, yeah? Bros, that's something I have to find out. Bros, now, anyway. Bros, if I sign up now, bros, it's the best decision to call them and ask. I call them and ask them to see what is actually the service over here with them. So I understand there is an information service over here where I can call these people. I give them a call to see exactly what's going on with their information and how do I link it together. So what I can do is call the Ticketek people and call these people to ask about the informational surface about this. How do I link tickets online with them and how to do everything. So what I want to do is that I can go Ticketek right away. I can go Ticketek right away, but guess what, bro? I send Ticketek is much more trustworthy. So what I do is I go Ticketek right away. I give my number a call. I give them a call, but this number I just save it for now. I mean, save other people's numbers. I mean, save your numbers in a way that you're learning very quickly, in a way that you're learning what to do. But as you learn how your process of what your information is, go and promote other people's content about what you're doing and move on. You should move on in different ways, but make sure that if you want to promote an old sound, I mean, guess what, bro, you move on. Bro, now, if I promote this sound over here, bro, it's much more move on because I feel that way. But why? I mean, it's a new sound. It's a new sound. But guess what, bro, I feel there's much more how I did override it. You know, because I did, bro, if you overwrite something, move on. I mean, you can always overwrite information in a better way. I see Ticketek. I see Ticketek. Anyway, whereas when I call Ticketek, I said I have the number here. And since I have the number, I want to call them about the information. I want you guys to listen to the information here. And what I want to ask them is, I want to write down some nice and beautiful, let's say, information. And guess what? Guess what? Now, since I understand something here, I never want to go deleting information because I can always undo information in my notes. And I can always upload that content that I did get and I did write. So I can upload online so people can see exactly what I was promoting and what I was writing, so people can understand exactly what I ate on certain days. It does work out. Now, if I do that, that's more information about certain days of food and what I did. They can see exactly what I did eat. Now, guess what? I could show them a list of foods here. And guess what? That's the best way, isn't it? It's much more how I feel. But that's all summarized. That's all summarizing it all into one. If people understand that, that's much more how you summarize everything into one. I mean, summarize all the information into one and into I. And that's it. And I'll move on. So what I do is I want to ask them how to make my link with Ticketek. I say, how do I receive the money? I say, how do I receive the money? I say, premium deals. I say, premium deals. I say, transactions. I say, transactions. I say, tax information. I say, tax information. I see, it's just all about service information or not. It's all about that. But now, anyway, I see that already. But I'm not saying anyway, that since I see all that, I need to go and see much more about this. So what else can I ask him about this? First, it's just that, and also everything about that is how long, whereas now that's how, whereas it's all right away anyway. Whereas it's all right away, so just that, Roger, I just want to ask him really quickly about that information and let it be that way. I want to actually call them now. I want to call Ticketek because it's still working. And it's Monday, it's Monday now. I'm talking to them now.
So. Welcome to Ticketek. We are doing our best to respond to the impact COVID-19 continues to have on the live entertainment industry and are experiencing a high call volume at this time. If you would like to purchase a ticket, please go to ticketek.com.au or alternatively use the Ticketek mobile app. If you are after event or venue information, please visit ticketek.com.au/help to view our most common FAQs and to get in touch with us. If you have an issue on the day of your event, please visit the venue box office. Thank you for your patience and understanding.
I see, sir. I mean, that's the customer service, man. I mean, what the fuck is that? I mean, anyway, I realize they're giving information, but there's no customer service there to give me any information. Whereas now, this is customer service over here. Whereas anyway, I want to see this customer service over here. I mean, now, there's another number over here. Let's see this number over here. Let's see customer service. I mean, that's the customer service information. And anyway, whereas now, they're doing nothing for me there. They're giving me nothing of information. But they gave me some information, I'm pretty sure that they gave me nothing of information about what I need. And that's unprofessional. So what I need to do now is I need to call them. There's their actual 24/7 number. But how do I connect my tickets with these people? First, that's this thing, yeah? Whereas what I need to do is I want to make something happen over here. I want to call this number anyway. I want to call them because I want to ask them how to do this. And there's just some random number, and I'd rather call them just to ask about information. But I'm understanding anyway. What I do is I just let it be. I just go and see how it is. So let it be, because if you have anything in front of you right now,
Thank you for calling Ticketek Groups.
it works.
We currently have no agents available to take your call. Please complete the group booking form available at ticketek.com.au/contact. Thank you for your understanding.
Now that's Ticketek. I mean, they're just service, man. I mean, that's what they do, service. Well, that's very unprofessional to me. I mean, you must understand. I mean, it's like you call me. I mean, this is Daddy Milivojevic. I mean, call me back later. I mean, that's how it feels, yeah? I mean, that's exactly how it feels. I mean, who gives a fuck about you? I move on. I make sure you guys understand something. I make sure that I'm doing better than that. I'm not saying all that now. I just upload this online so I can do better.